Can you tag me?
Hi everyone, we're live today with Naveed and Amy. I believe that Naveed is a very good teacher, and I wanted him to meet Amy. And I'm always selfish when it comes to timing, so I try to save as much time as possible. And I want them to talk, and I want you guys to learn at the same time. So basically, it's an interaction between Naveed and Amy, and the rest of us are just watchers.
Hi Amy, how are you?
Hi, Naveed. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Actually, today
I,
I want to
I,
talk about
I
some entrepreneurial skills. So in
I
Pakistan,
think you should introduce each
can
other.
can we just pause for 1 second? Rehan, can you tag me in this? Because some of my students popped up and wanted to participate in the conversation. So if you
I
tag me, they can
will.
know that I'm doing this
I will.
again.
But right now, he wants to leave, and I want you guys to just know each other. That's all.
Okay.
hi Amy. Actually, today I want to discuss about entrepreneurship, how we can introduce here in Pakistan. But before this, I'm Dr. Naveed, and I did my doctorate in educational technology from Dubai, and I want to start entrepreneurial kind of courses here in Pakistan, especially in Karachi. Uh, so my question is how we can introduce entrepreneurial courses and especially selling skills. How we can introduce in our education system, especially in Pakistan.
Especially what skills?
Selling skills.
I see. Okay. So I can give you some system level, how you actually introduce it, and then we can talk about the student level, which is how you help students develop the personal skills they need in order to sell.
Okay.
So where would you like to start first?
Okay. Sorry.
Where would you like to start first? Do you want to start with the student side or how to build the programs?
Obviously, we have to start from student level first.
Okay. So to answer your question specifically about how do you help students learn how to sell, you have to back up and you have to do some root level work with the students. No one can sell something that they don't care about, know about, didn't have some sort of investment in creating or have some belief in the product. And even then, you have to go back further and you have to help students develop their confidence and the belief that they have the right to talk about something that they're selling or a product that they're marketing. Do you agree?
Yes, yes, yes. Good, great. So now talk about the people level. Normally, how we can teach people selling skills and entrepreneurial skills.
So I have an entire course outline for how to do this. And you can't start with selling. You just can't. So the gift of entrepreneurship is that you get to start from nothing. And you get to take the students through the entire and walking them through coming up with an idea, solving some of the challenges around how do I actually turn my idea into a product or into a service? How do I define that? How do I think about marketing that? Who's my target customer? You take students through the entire curriculum to have an actual thing of not just where the product comes from, but what the product is, how it helps people, how they then can talk about it to complete strangers. And that helps them to see that they can build confidence talking about something. So when they're part of building it, they understand it. Nobody can talk about something they don't understand. So I'm repeating myself, but that's the beauty of teaching entrepreneurship because you get to start with the students from knowing nothing. And you pretty much take them through this entire process. And in the end, they have the experience of building a business. They have the confidence of working with team members and working through difficult communication challenges, problems, answering their own personal questions, solutions, finding resources, addressing, the challenge, well, we don't have $1 million to build this concept. So if we can only get $1,000, how do we actually do it with that $1,000? This allows students to be challenged personally, and it allows them to be challenged creatively, and it allows them to be challenged within a team environment, which helps them develop their interpersonal skills, their communication skills, and so on. And you take them through all of that curriculum, and it takes some time to do it. And in the end, you have students who are feeling really confident in what they've done. They believe in the product that they've come up with because it came from them, not anybody else. And then they actually build their self-confidence by standing up in front of the public, in front of potential investors, in front of adults and teachers, and saying, this is my business idea. This is my team. Here's my financial plan. Here are my projections for the future. Here's how we're going to make an impact in this product area need or in this area. And that process itself is what helps them to build the self-confidence they need to then go out into the world and actually sell something. Because I'm sure you've met young people who don't have self-confidence. There's no intrinsic motivation for them to actually do anything. So I'll stop there. Condense a really large, you want to do this in like a half of a school year. You want to spend that much an authentic experience and work through their problems. But I'll pause there. What? Entrepreneurship?
Yes, my next question is why people are shy promoting themselves and promoting their product and service. Why they are shy actually?
Why were you shy?
Well, yeah, I don't know anything about you, so it's kind of hard for me to have this conversation. Communicator, so I can do a better job of answering your questions and telling you what I think if I can understand something about you.
Mm-hmm. Normally people are shy promoting themselves. There's a quote: first sell you, then you can sell your product. So why people are, selling themselves first?
I totally agree with you, but again, I'm going to interject here. I don't know who you are. I'd like to know who you are before we go deeper into this conversation.
Actually, teaching is my passion, and I'm teaching since last 15 years. And especially my focus is entrepreneurial skills and selling skills. So normally in class or in workshops, in seminars, people are coming and they are very shy introducing themselves, and people are very shy, presenting their product and service. So my question is why they are shy and how we can overcome this shyness.
Yeah, they're all shy. Even the most confident kid or the most boisterous kid has fear and shyness. And I taught between 500 and 600 students how to become entrepreneurs. And every single one of them struggled with some area where their confidence or very low self-confidence. A lot of young people feel the disconnect between themselves and adults. They look at adults as being successful, wise, already having the answers that they don't have. So there's a certain way that they judge themselves against the wisdom of the adults that they're interacting with. So the gift of entrepreneurship, and it sounds like you've had this experience as well, is that you get to actually give your students the opportunity to practice and to reflect on their own experience. Now, in my case, I had something in my class, and I don't know if I'm tagged yet in this video, but I would love some of my former students to pop up engaging with me since I developed this Amy Carrier student group page. And they could tell you that I would have in almost every class, I would have a surprise 30-second pitch. 2.5 hours, I would say, okay, now's the time. I want you to stand up and in 30 seconds sell me your product. Even if they're only 2 weeks into the class and they don't actually know what their product is. I want to hear that they can think on their feet. And I want to hear that they believe in themselves enough to stand up and say whatever they can say. And the key to this is to push them out of their comfort zone. So to be there as the safety net to then say, you know what, you did an amazing job. Here's what I loved about your taking a risk and giving me your 30-second pitch. Here's where I'm seeing your challenge areas. You have to push them out of their comfort zone because they will not, most of them will not push themselves out of their comfort zone. We're humans. We are literally programmed to protect ourselves and not take risks. So they have to take the risks in order to learn the self-confidence. And once that evidence is given back to them that they're doing something right, that builds their self-confidence and it helps them. I can actually sell a product. I am good at this, but they need our feedback. We're the adults. We're the ones that they trust.
Okay, thank you very much, Amy. I'll be in touch with you in next Be Live, and thank you very much for Sir Rehan Allahwala. So,
Thank you, Amy. He's a very interesting young man, and he has been teaching a lot of people. I wanted you both to introduce yourself to each other, but the topic went somewhere else. Hopefully, when he's not in a rush, he can introduce himself to more. He's also very shy, and we took a lot of time to take photos. So thank you, Amy, and thank you, Naveed.
You're welcome. It's very nice to meet you. I hope we can talk some more because if you've been teaching this for 15 years or just teaching for 15 years, you and I have been doing this about the same amount of time. So I'm sure we can learn from each other. So please do connect with me.
thank you. Thank you so much, Amy.
Take care.
इसमें मैंने ऐड भी किया हुआ है, अभी इसको लंबा सा मैसेज करता हूँ.